We're here today on the lovely grounds of Vibrant Farms to talk to Melissa Baer about the Buy Local, Buy Fresh movement. And then we'll have a chance to talk to her father, Dennis, about his choice in raising organic grass-fed cattle. Well, Melissa, can you tell me a little bit about Vibrant Farms?
Well, yeah, a little bit.
A lot, as much as you'd like. I'm sure there's lots to say.
Yeah, Vibrant Farms is sort of a extension. My dad has been farming organically for 25 years, and when I came back from school, I realized there's something really awesome here, and that people don't really know about it. So that was my contribution, I guess, is bringing my business degree to a system that is really stands on sustainability, stands on community, and really building up the nutrition in the soil and in the people or in the community. So that was what I came into, and it's a huge. I mean, grass-fed organic is a big thing right now, and I didn't really realize that it would be such a growing sector, so to speak. But yeah, it's been fun, and that's and we pride ourselves on being able to stand in, small local farms and staying that way. And it's challenging because it's really enticing to get bigger, grow faster, but it doesn't actually support the sustainability and the nutrition if you get bigger. So you want quality versus quantity.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then you raise cows on
Yeah.
your farm, and then you sell their meat.
Yes. So we raise limo crossbreed limos, and they're all grass-fed, but also to make it so that I can have a sustainable system that not just my family can eat, but that other families can eat. I source from various farmers, all who have been farming longer than I've been alive, and they are more my sort of requirements is that they're committed to the way that we do it, the paradigm, I guess, and not just because of the money or that there's more incentive these days, but that they would do it regardless, and all of them have been doing it even when beef was so low and they were just getting rid of them basically at the stockyard. So they pride themselves in producing a really quality product. So.
And what are the benefits of people eating grass-fed beef as opposed to conventionally raised beef?
Well, I'm not a nutritionist, and I don't pretend to be, but the grass-fed beef has a balanced omega, the fats in it. There's no toxins. So fat is where you carry all the toxins, and they're not being fed fermented corn. Cows are not really meant to digest corn, and they're moving around. The meat is actually much healthier. So when you're eating grass-fed meat, your body it actually recognizes it better, and it can assimilate it and digest it better. So and then the balanced fats, it's not, the fat is not unhealthy for you, I guess is what, it's
Right.
very good fat for you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Can you walk me through a little bit about a day in the life of a farm? You wake up,
Well, a day in
Crack of
my
dawn.
life is probably different than a day in my dad's life. But my dad's life, yeah, he gets up. I mean, he will be awake at 3 in the morning, regardless of whether he actually has to be up or not.
Why did you decide to go organic?
Oh, that goes back a little ways. Early 80s is when it was all about health for me. Raising a family and seeing how the drugs and chemicals is not something I wanted to do. Neither did I want to have that in the house with the kids. So yeah, there's a bunch of different courses that I did back then, but through it all is when I decided that organics and how to raise animals without drugs and without hormones and without any kind of synthetic products is what I wanted to do. People's health matters to me, and so that's really why I did that. So what makes the organics different is that there really is no fermented feeds. It's not, you don't have to not feed fermented feeds, but that's how I wanted to do it, because just like drinking alcohol, it's liver pretty hard.
Yeah.
So fermented feeds, and especially a high percentage of fermented feeds, a big amount of the diet is in fermented feeds. The cows don't last long, and it affects the breeding, it affects the health, the overall general health of the animal.
So have you seen an increase in people coming to you looking for grass-fed beef with the whole local movement going on?
Yeah, well, I mean, my dad is on the board of directors for FoodLink Waterloo Region, so that's been a huge resource for finding customers and finding people who are interested in local. Mostly it's the grass-fed and the organic. I get a lot of people from Toronto, but Waterloo Region has a very aware population, which is like, I couldn't ask for anything better living right here. They are very much conscious of where they buy their food. They know that they vote with their dollar in a way that, you know, wherever they spend their money, it, you know, sends a message. And so I have seen, I mean, they've been always around, but now they are able to find us, and they're more eager, and they're much more wanting to have the interaction with the farmer and, you know, see what's going on in the farm, come out and visit and hang out here in the garden, that kind of thing. So it's been quite exciting to have people get excited about what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
So yeah, my dream is always that people are educated. So I think that the food industry has sort of done whatever it's done, and marketing terms have been thrown out there without any substance behind it. And my dream, my goal, what I work towards is having people educated about what there is that they're buying. And I really don't have any interest in whether you buy grass-fed or not grass-fed. My thing is, I don't think people understand what is being sold to them in grocery stores, and I don't think they understand the process that it takes to get there and what is sacrificed in order to be able to ensure you have tenderloin on your plate every Monday and Wednesday and Friday. Mm-hmm. So for me, that's my biggest objective and my passion, is to have people really understand it. There's still what pays the most, and it's much more time consuming. It's much more, I mean, my dad has to be out there whenever cows are born. We have a cow-calf operation, so we don't bring steers in because we keep the disease down that way. And that doesn't really support a lot of what farmers want to have more and more and more and make lots of more money, right? So, and then for them to make money doing it the way they have to market it themselves, because there really is no grass-fed beef or marketing board like there is the milk marketing board or things like that. So it would be, that's why I'm sort of like the farmer's best friend at the moment, because what they're doing, what I'm able to do is bring them a fair price for their product that allows them to stay doing what they're doing and allows them the quality of food to maintain that way. But the reason why more farmers, I mean, you will see farms popping up and transferring to organic and that kind of thing, but why people haven't been doing it for so long is because the quantity has been the number one game. So pump them out as fast as you can, and then you get them to stockyards and get whatever price you can get. And then you don't have to be up every morning, you don't have to check on them 3 times a day, you know, you don't have to maintain a herd of cattle to have calves and deal with the birthing process and that kind of thing. And it takes longer to get, if they're grass-fed, to get them to weight. So
yeah. And do you think it's possible to feed the population locally with this sort of sustainability and organic?
I think so. I mean, that's sort of a loaded question in a way, but I think it is, and I think maybe the habits that we have as consumers right now are maybe not the healthiest either. So if we were to sort of check and balance ourselves, the farmers and consumers, and we kind of met in the middle, whereas consumers would understand a little bit more as to what it takes to get the meat or vegetables or things to their table, and then we as farmers would be able to kind of meet them halfway. You know, consuming the amount of meat that has been consumed in as previous years is, you know, arguably maybe a little too much if you look at where we're going, but it's still important.